Like
Like I said. Like I said. Like I said. Do you like my tail?
I said.
Welcome back to another exciting episode of Iron Rage. Today we're going to be joined, Lee and I, by special guest John Romano, and we might be getting a little, special appearance by Jimmy the Bull, who had a crazy, weird cancer diagnosis the other day, a skin cancer diagnosis, and we're going to find out what's going on with that.
Oh, fuck the skin cancer diagnosis. I had a heart attack diagnosis this morning because here I am. Dave says, send me some fucking before pictures. So the other night, I said to my wife before bed as I'm sitting on the couch, oh, fuck, Dave wants some pictures. And I said, yeah, they're going to look bad. So I said, well, there's that hallway light. It's that shitty fucking bulb that puts off a yellow light. She says, do you want to pump up? I said, no, why am I going to pump up for? This is before. So I stand there and take the worst pictures I can think, send them to Dave. I get up this morning at 4 a.m. with my coffee and go, he's posted them online and other people are fucking sharing them. And I'm like, what the fuck? Jesus, I said, Muscle Tech, when I did the before and afters, didn't post them until the end when they had a comparison. Now I got to fucking do this because Dave's got the pictures out there. Thinking,
yeah, people are like, wow, he looks like shit. Actually, the truth is you actually look pretty damn good, to be honest with you. But
I mean, I didn't pump up because I did it just like Muscle Tech. You know, when I did it with Muscle Tech and I flexed hard, Muscle Tech goes, no, don't flex. Just hold your arm in that position. Don't tense the muscle. So I do the same thing for Dave. Just stand there like this.
Actually,
my wife goes, you got to
listen.
I think my wife said,
don't lie.
Said,
you told me that you were flexing so hard, nothing was happening. You couldn't figure it out.
No, if I wished I was, I would have saw something. I would have done a couple of push-ups at least.
Yeah. Your wife said you did a 2-hour workout before you did those pictures. She told me, and so don't lie.
That was just before bed after getting off the couch. And I fuck, I better send them to him now. So I quickly take them. She goes, you're not gonna.
I'm gonna quiz you. Let's see if you give the right answer. When is the best time to pose? When do you look your absolute best? After what?
There's 2 times. Well, after sex.
Yes, correct. That's it.
After a workout and after you get off a tanning bed, sometimes you look really good because the veins are out and stuff like that. But not before bed when I send them to you with the shittiest lighting.
After
but
sex,
the thing is, I look at it this way. If you can pull up my Instagram page right now, I put up a picture someone put up from me from the 2002 Olympia.
Let's see.
Standing in the same relaxed pose 20 years later. And I'm like, well, maybe 20 years later, I'm not shaving this. And people go, Lee, don't worry, you got muscle memory. I said, I'm like, my muscles have fucking Alzheimer's right now, so don't talk about muscle memory.
You're 50 years old now. Secondly, you had a car accident with a lot of injuries, with a lot of atrophy on your right side of your body. Now we're going to show the transformation starting from, I think we started, Monday or Tuesday? I think with the transformation.
Monday. We're going to start Monday. I was meant to start this Monday, but I don't have the diet.
Okay.
So, which is good because now I've got today's Thursday. I got Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'm going to eat nothing but fucking donuts.
No, you can't. You can't go backwards. That's your start pictures, unless you're going to do a new set of start pictures.
I'm not going to go backwards in 4 days. Come on now, Jesus. I'm just going to eat shit food. Don't worry about it. Fucking hell.
So, have you communicated with Chris Aceto to get the diet?
No, not yet.
Well, you better text him.
And the thing is, but like I said, when I logged on this morning at 4 a.m. and saw those pictures, I went, holy fuck. And people are being nice. Thank you to my fans that are being nice, saying, Lee, you don't look too bad and this and that. I'm thinking, well, my last proper cycle, like a proper 6 to 8 week cycle, was in 2015.
Right.
After the accident, I took a bit of Deca to see if it would help. It didn't help. So I figured, well, I'm not competing. Why take it? So this is me, people drug free in those pictures. So I'm going to start on a
I was impressed.
I
thought you looked pretty damn good for not having been on cycle. Really, I mean, you're training, but you're not like going all out.
But even my training, I haven't been going all out because you know what it's like now. What the hell we've been through over the years, training, contest prep. When I train now, as soon as something starts to hurt, I'm like, no, that's enough.
Yeah.
I don't push it at all. Once I get a bit of a lactic acid, that's enough.
So now that you know that you're going to be chronicle this transformation, are you going to go all out in the gym now? Are you going to give it 100%?
I will push a bit harder, yes. Like I will go into that uncomfortable zone, and that's going to be the hardest thing. Not physically training or the cardio or the dieting, The physical thing is just having to rewire the brain again to go, okay, Lee, you have to do this now. And when it does when you think, because normally now, if I'm doing something, I get a little pump up, I stop where I could have at least 4 or 5 more reps in me, but I just go, well, that's enough.
We got to find, I think I got to get you a training partner now to get there to show up at your house at 4 in the morning every day and
Jimmy,
push you.
Send Jimmy over.
Yeah, send Jimmy to Australia. There we go.
Yeah, that'd be great. If he doesn't die of cancer during the transformation, we'll be okay.
All right, let's. Where's John? John hasn't.
I can hear John. I can hear him.
There he is.
I saw an empty chair.
Now, John and I basically did a TV show this morning via phone call that if we had taped it, might have been one of the best shows of all time. But as always,
they're always the best.
I didn't hit record.
You don't tape.
I didn't hit record. We just were chatting on the phone. No, what I found out was someone sent me Aaron Singerman, I guess, has been assigned to FCI Tallahassee. Now, I know he was trying to get into what was the one he was trying to get into, John?
Alcatraz.
Not Tallahassee, the other one.
Yeah, what was the other one?
San Quentin. Lompoc. He's going to see Craig Titus.
Yeah, I gotta look.
I forgot which one. It was near him in Florida.
Yeah, no, they're all upstate. They're all upstate in Florida, but Tallahassee is a low. Whereas I could think he was trying to get into he was trying to get into a camp,
Yeah,
and the one where everyone goes.
Disney World.
Disney World.
Disney World, Orlando.
Disney World Disney World should open their own prison. Everyone would want to get in there. They'd make a fortune. So he got assigned there, and John and I were kind of just talking about, what prison life is like, essentially, and all the different pitfalls. When you go into a prison camp or a low, which is what he's going to be in or in right now, there's a lot of opportunities to do things that you shouldn't do in there, and whether it be drinking alcohol,
like ass raping, sucking dick.
I don't think
there's a lot of stuff.
John, do you get in trouble for doing that?
I
don't know if you get in trouble for getting caught doing that. Would you?
What?
Doing any kind of gay stuff.
The reach around and.
Yeah, you're not allowed to have sex in prison.
Oh, you're not? Okay.
Yeah, Dave, come on. You got to sneak it in the
Lee,
shower,
when I was there, it wasn't
right?
something I was interested in doing, so I didn't even bother to pursue that. But my point is
you weren't there for as long as he's going to be there. So, you get needs. People have needs after a while.
Someone told me that you find out your true character when you go to prison. If you're gay, you become gay. If you're a tough guy, you become a tough guy. If you're a drug and alcohol abuser, you become a drug and alcohol abuser.
It's just a necessity. In a place, you need to do something, so you do it. Once you get out, you'll probably never do it with a man again. But while you're in there, hey, And this day and age, they've got these transgender-looking guys that go in there. Where I say he might look
John,
somewhat cute.
Guys, when I was in prison, there was one of these transgenders there. Except it looked like Ronnie Coleman it looked like Ronnie Coleman with a wig on. Okay, there's no way. But yet there were guys getting blowjobs from this like trans person, and she was hideous, like literally like put a wig on, like I said, Ronnie Coleman. And
that's a long time ago, Dave. It's okay. Come on, keep going. Come on, admit it.
When I was taking the tour, the Con Air tour, I forgot. I think it was Milan. Was it Ohio, Michigan, something like that? Bear in mind, I'm in California, but I got to go over here to get back there.
Yeah.
So I had to spend 2 weeks in Milan, and there was a special unit, a small building with a fence around it where they housed all the weirdos, right? There were these two Latin trannies there that were not bad looking.
Yes, John. Yes. 2 weeks.
The chain
2
link
weeks
fence.
in paradise, Lee.
No, you got to picture this. The chain link fence in front of their thing, all these guys are like hanging on the wires like this. And they're in there dancing and wiggling their asses and shit. And these fucking guys are going ape shit. Yeah. And they're fucking dudes.
When I get them blowjobs through the fucking fence.
Glory holes. Yeah, right.
Oh, I'm sure they did. I'm sure they glory fenced it. Yeah, yeah.
Did you cry when you had to leave there, John, after 2 weeks?
I did.
He was hanging onto the fence. I'm not going.
I was sure I wasn't going to be that well entertained. For the rest of the day.
Too much competition for John Lee. Yeah, too many guys. Now, there is the biggest problem I think really in prison for people who, like to drink or do drugs is that they're available there if you really want to use it. If you want to get alcohol, if you want to get drugs, you can get it. I didn't really see it other than the guys who were making their own wine out of like dandelions and stuff like that. Pruno, yeah. But there are people smuggle shit in all the time, and so I'm hoping that that Aaron won't get caught up in that, because nowadays guys have cell phones, they have they're drinking alcohol every night, they're popping pills. If you have money, you can do it, because what you do is you put money in other people's commissary accounts and they'll get you whatever you want. So the problem with that is if you get caught, John and I were talking about this because you spent some time in the hole, right? 3 days?
Yes, 3 days.
I luckily never got thrown in the hole, but the hole is basically a cell that you're in for 23 hours a day, where they'll let you out for 1 hour to walk around, essentially.
No TV, no radio, no books, no magazines, nothing. Nothing.
They slide a tray under the thing.
If you're lucky, you get your clothes. If you're lucky.
Right. These guys had to wear they had to wear like the orange jumpsuits when they went in there. Yeah. And like John said, you could stare at the clock. You'd swear 3 hours passed and it was 3 minutes, right?
I wouldn't worry about people smuggling stuff in. It's when they smuggle it in for me, then they say, Lee, we brought it in for you, but you're going to get it out.
You know what guys were doing where I was from? There was no fence around the place, but what they would do is people would ride their bikes up to the perimeter and they would throw it over, the trees. And then these guys would go out in the yard, because it was like a wildlife refuge, and they would grab it and that's how they would get it in.
When I was at MDC, downtown LA, there was a gas station right on the corner, opposite on the other side of the street of the prison. And they have these little, it's not actually outside, it's covered, but it's got like a fence walls. These guys were making these little kites and connecting it to dental floss. And they would throw them out the cage and hopefully it would get to the gas station, and they would with the dental floss connected to it, and then whoever was at the gas station would tie up their package and they'd reel it in.
That's funny.
They're very ingenious the way they did things.
Very innovative. He was supposed to go to Pensacola. That's where he wanted to go.
Pensacola.
Pensacola. They call
Pensacola.
Club Fed, because it's supposed to be really easy and it's a camp. But he got into Tallahassee, which I know has a good drug program. They have a good RDAP program there, which, if you can get through it, But I have to assume, John, a low is probably a little bit tougher than a camp would be.
Well, low is probably level 2.
Yeah.
And because camp is 1.
I was in a low, but it was treated like it was run like a camp. There wasn't, and so maybe that's the case with Tallahassee.
Maybe it's camp and then 1. I don't know, but the lower the number, the easier it is.
Yeah.
Whereas, but in MDC, where I spent the first 9 months,
right,
is they classify you all as 6 because your case has not been adjudicated.
Oh shoot, yeah, that's not good.
So they treat you all like the worst of the worst, and so I saw 2 guys die in there. One of an overdose, and one got stabbed. Well, they making Pruno, shooting heroin. I mean, they were doing all of that shit.
They even get tattoos. They got tattoo guns.
Tattoos, yeah. You're not supposed to have tattoos. And I asked the Crip who Mike Christian assigned to take care of me. I go, how do you guys get this shit in here? He goes, we just tell the guards. He goes, bring an ounce of weed tomorrow, or don't come to work.
Well, who's worried about prison? You can train, get tattoos, get drugs, have sex, no nagging women. This is fucking great.
I gotta tell you, it wasn't that bad.
I gotta say, I'm going to go fucking commit a crime today.
I think, Lee, we're going to put you in for 4 months, 16 weeks, so you can stick to your contest diet in there. We're going to give them instructions only to feed you certain foods. Yeah.
I'll come out with tight glutes.
from squeezing them together.
Exactly. So how'd you get your glutes so roundly? I say, well, 24 hours squeezing them and having them pounded for 12. That's what happens.
That's what Bleckman said, right? Squeeze. You got to squeeze, right?
Squeeze, like I do. Squeeze.
We play a game. It's called put the sausage in the hole, and when we put it in, you squeeze. And the object is you got to squeeze hard enough so I can't pull it out.
I was at a dinner one time with Billy Smith, his wife. Remember Kathy Sasson?
Yes.
Yeah.
And Jimmy Quinn, me, and I don't know, somebody else. And Bleckman is telling Billy and Jimmy how to train legs. And he's saying, you got to squeeze. These guys don't squeeze. You got to squeeze like I do. You got to squeeze. And he's in the restaurant going, squeeze.
Squeal like a pig. Squeeze.
Somebody set the place on fire.
And you talk and look at it, and apart from Dave Palumbo's legs there back in the day, Jimmy and like that Jim Quinn and Billy, they had some of the biggest muscular fucking vascular legs you've ever seen on people, even in the off season. The veins were everywhere.
Jimmy Quinn had crazy legs.
You'd watch them train. You'd watch them train legs like maniacs, and Steve's giving them tips.
He's actually telling them what to do.
Yeah,
he's like giving them the workout. And because it's amazing.
If only they had listened.
You remember when he was giving Silvio Samuel? John, you remember when he was giving Silvio Samuel, like telling him how to get separation in his legs?
Yeah, no, because he said they wouldn't, and then Flex Wheeler was telling him, yes, they will. He can do it. He goes, nah, you don't have separation. You're not going to get it.
No, he blamed Milos for that. Remember, he's like, Milos is giving him all the insulin. That's why he doesn't have separation.
Yeah. Trust me, Steve knows how to separate the legs. Trust me.
So getting back to the jail experience, I'm trying to think what else we were talking about. John was telling some great stories about.
The guys I was in with, the helicopter guy.
Oh yeah, tell that story about the escape.
Are we going to record this? Are we on?
We're recording. Yeah, we're recording.
Of course, we're recording half the shows.
No, we were already started.
So I got to go to court. When they go to court, they chain you up. They shackle your leg, ankles, and your hands, and then you got a belt on with a chain, and then you're
again.
It's sounding good.
Oh, I know you love it. And then you're connected with a chain to other guys, and so you're sitting in the bench in the courtroom, and they call the cases, and then the prosecutor stands up and he starts telling you what they did and whatever. So the one guy next to me tried to break his brother out of prison with a fucking helicopter. Right?
Nobody would see that coming.
But they didn't have enough money to get a good helicopter, so they got this shitty helicopter. And the helicopter crashed on the way into the prison. It hit the fence and it crashed. And so obviously they arrested the other guy. Then this guy catches the case, and he's talking about flight risk, that they did a breakout with a helicopter, and then that whole thing went by. What was the other one?
Did you say he only got like 24 months for that though, John?
And he only got like 24. He got like that was the he got like 24 months.
If you Google that in Australia, maybe Tyler can Google helicopter breakout. But there was one here in Australia where this guy tried to do that. I think he actually got out. A helicopter landed into prison.
Oh, really?
And he got on it and got out, but they caught him because they had to follow the helicopter. But yeah, I think if you Google it, it was on the news not long ago. It was a famous case. Yeah, not sure if he was a rich doctor or somebody, but his girlfriend or wife set it up and had the helicopter fly in and get him out. You just imagine the guards watching. Oh, here comes a helicopter just landing.
Well, you would think the guards would shoot the thing down, right?
Well, I mean, there's some really good helicopter pilots out there that could have, that could do it, but these guys couldn't afford it, and it was a disaster.
Here's the thing, John. Once the helicopter lands and the guy gets in and it takes off, where do you go with the helicopter? You know what I mean? At that point,
Mexico. Mexico, quick.
Yeah, quick.
As far as you can with what fuel you have on board.
Yeah, that's right.
The other guy next to me has got life. His case is sentence is looking at life without for killing a dog, because the dog was a drug dog at the border, which is considered a federal agent. So he's charged with murdering a federal agent.
Oh my God! Right? You can imagine going to jail for life for that.
Can you imagine?
Oh, yeah, there it is, Lee. There's your helicopter escape.
Yeah, there it is, the one in Australia.
That's Lee's grandfather right there. Holy mackerel!
Hey, Pop.
That looks like a good helicopter. The one he's at Boeing.
Yeah. This was a good one.
Huey from
it was like a famous story. This guy got on the helicopter.
You know what's so funny about Australia, Lee? You guys have so many regulations and so many quarantines and so many things you can't do, and all the craziness goes on there. You can't do anything. You got to quarantine for 2 weeks coming into the country, yet you guys have a ton of COVID cases. You have they don't let you do anything there. You have no rights to do, everything's locked down, and there's guys with helicopters flying into jails and breaking people out of prison,
Well, I told you about, the species supplements turned up yesterday. Yesterday, the one time I leave the house, I'm pretty much home all day doing shit. I go pick up the wife, come home, card. Oh, you weren't home. I'm like, I can go online and get it redelivered. I go online, I put in the information, it logs me out. Put it in again, logs me out. Tried it another way. Got almost through, and now it's stopped again. I'm like, fuck it, I'll call them up. And as Jimmy would say, this person ends up, hey, no. This is what I call fucking Taiwan. It's like, now I'm trying to explain, look, I got a card here. It says I can pick up between 10 and 2 then. I said, but you're able to pick it up because it's at another place that's away from me. Can I get it redelivered? Oh, yeah, hold on 1 second. But I listen to the shitty music, comes back on. Yeah, I got to see if I can get it redelivered now. What's your address? Do all the information, blah, blah, blah. Okay, hold on, come back. Oh, sorry, sir. This has been marked no redelivery. I'm like, okay, I'll come pick it up then. No, it's been marked. You cannot pick up. I'm like, then how the fuck do I get it if you're not going to redeliver it and I can't pick it up? Is it just going to sit there? No, whoever sent it to you will need to call them and they will need to tell them. I said, well, why can't I tell you?
Yeah.
It's coming to me. You left me the card. It's got to come back to this address. No, you'll have to get them.
It was like $10,000, John, to send them all this stuff too, and they don't want to redeliver it.
Yeah, exactly. I know. I sold my Gold's Gym leather jacket to Todd Payette. You know Todd Payette?
Yeah.
Yeah, he wanted it. So I said, hey, what do you want for that? I don't $100. He spent $57 to ship it to Canada.
Wow. Yeah, Canada's a fortune too, and they're close. That's the funny thing.
Yeah. Well, anyway, now that I know we're recording, we got to go back to Aaron for a minute.
Okay.
Because it was a big part of what we were talking about earlier today was the fact that the joint that he's going to is known, you told me, for excessive accessibility to contraband, cell phones, alcohol, drugs. This is a disaster for Aaron. Absolute disaster. This is like taking an obese person who can't stop eating to fucking kill wins with no prices on anything, and you could just eat your way through the candy. He's got money, he's got access. He'll have a cell phone in the first 8 hours.
Right.
He'll have a cell phone.
And it'll be an iPhone 14 probably before it even comes out.
I hope.
Yeah, because he won't settle for a fucking flip phone.
I hope this jail or prison's not near a river or a lake because he's going to try to break out in a boat. He'll be fucking high as a kite on the boat, crashing into shit, trying to get away.
If Aaron broke out of it, that would be the greatest story of all time. I would.
But then they'll catch him and he'll be gone for life. So he's not going to do that. But he is. We talked about this, Dave. His personality type. Yeah. He's going to have to cope with being in prison. Number one. His coping mechanism is drugs and alcohol. Right. Pretty much, right? Yeah. So how is he going to go into a situation that requires a quantum degree of coping, especially in the beginning? Yeah. In ready access to all kinds of drugs and alcohol, anything he wants, all right? But he's not supposed to do any of that because he's going to go in the drug program. Right. That's like saying, okay, I want you to go build a house. But you can't use any nails and you can't use any wood. But here's a case of beer. It's never going to happen.
And that's the thing too. When you're in there too, if you get, like I said, just to keep your mind busy, if you're bored and shit, and other people are doing drugs, you'll be like, Well, I'm here for what, 3 years, 4 years? How am I going to cope?
Yeah.
It's so easy to get onto drugs and just go to that place where you don't have to think. And
Oh
shit
yeah,
like that.
I mean, it's one thing when you do
even-
it 5 months. It's a different thing when you do in 30 or whatever is 40 months. It's a lot.
Well,
different.
the other he's got what, 4.5 years. The drug, he's not going to, if he gets the drug program, if he gets it, it's not going to be for like 2 years at least.
Right.
Okay. Till he gets that, you got to be short, and then so that the violations he's going to rack up in years 1 and 2 are going to be very deleterious to the end to the end result of him that period of time getting into the program. I don't see how he's going to get in it.
No.
So even if he does, let's say by some miracle he makes it through the first couple of years, doesn't get that many infractions, and he makes it to the drug program. Like Dave, the drug program resets every time you fuck up.
Yeah.
So I told you earlier, it would probably be better for him to just cancel the drug program. Don't go, because it's going to take him 5 years to get through it. So if he just tacks on 2 more years to his sentence,
well,
he'll be better off.
Yeah. Plus, the drug program is like going to reform school. It's not easy. It's like you don't get you go from this like cush lifestyle of just having like a job sweeping, up the cafeteria, and working out when you want and doing anything you want. And now you got to go to school. You got to get up and 8 a.m. you got to be at the classroom, and you got to learn, and you got to write assignments. And they make you. I mean, you have to have radical honesty. You have to rat people out if they do things.
You have to rat people out.
It's a really bad. It's not a fun 6 months to go through, or whatever.
So not only does he have to worry about getting caught, and he's having to give him finding his shit when they toss his cell.
Yeah.
He's also got to worry about people ratting him out.
Right. That he has a phone,
he's not
or
gonna make it.
Yeah.
He's just unless he somehow gets to a point of clarity, of vision,
right,
and he can see the future and realize, if I don't stop this right now, I'm never getting out of here. Yeah. And then maybe that'll turn him around. But if he goes through with his normal, typical cavalier attitude, eccentric, arrogant attitude about everything, he's never going to make it out of there.
I can't.
You can just say he might say he's doing research, taking the drugs for research and stuff like that. Plus, too, if he is in there for a long time, like I said, there are certain drugs that relax the sphincter, so it could be a good thing if he finds those ones.
No, you see, if you're gay or you don't mind, having sex with men, that might be your outlet. But he's not. I don't think Aaron doesn't go there. So I think that, like John
Not
said,
yet.
The drugs and alcohol are going to be his outlet, I think. And unfortunately, it is too readily available. And hopefully he can avoid it, because, John, like you said, if you get caught with something, that might be enough of a strike to get you out of there and to go to a higher security.
Yeah, they'll put you, they'll elevate you. I mean, camp has zero, or at least the one I was in, Boron.
Zero
tolerance. There's no second chance.
Yep.
You fuck up one time, you're going back in that little room and waiting for the bus to come. And you're going behind the wall. So no tolerance. So if his place where he is similar policy, the thing about camp is it's literally camp. I mean, it's not a prison. I mean, you're in a dorm room with 5-6 guys and bunks, and there's no locks on the doors. There's different buildings. The one I was at a swimming pool. You have basketball courts, baseball.
Right.
It's a big sprawling, tons of places to hide shit.
Yeah.
So there's all kinds of stuff available in there if you have the money, and he's got the money. So he'll have the connections and know them. They'll probably know who he is by the time he gets there.
Absolutely, yeah.
So he'll pay the guards. He'll pay the guards off to look the other way.
No, you can't pay those guys off, because it's different when you're in a penitentiary. The guards are petrified of the prisoners, because these prisoners are there for life, so they don't care about killing a guard. But or putting word out in the outside where he lives, got his family, and absolutely.
That's what I was said earlier. Yeah. The inmate will say, "Bring an ounce of weed tomorrow to work with you," and the guy, "Well, I can't do that. I'm not doing that." And they'll say, "Then don't come to work."
Right. But when you're in a low or you're in a camp, everyone's afraid of the guards, because if you say anything wrong, they'll ship you to a penitentiary.
Out.
Yeah.
Behind the wall.
So you can't.
I know,
guards.
John. I know John was listening before. John, did you see what Dave did to me this morning, putting up those photos, my before pictures?
Yes, I saw that.
You see him? He's like,
Can
you
you
put him up.
believe
I
he'll
said, what
do
do you
that
think
to
I was
me?
going to do with him? What do you think I was going to like jerk off to him?
I thought you were going to say. I thought you were going to save him to the end of the transformation.
We got to show you progress.
Here he is now.
Lee, he did that on purpose. He did that on purpose.
Now you're motivated to get yourself in shape because you saw the pictures out there.
I know. I said I got no choice now. I know.
Exactly. No backing out now. You're committed.
But like I said to my wife when I took him, I said, just do the shitty light. She's like, aren't you going to really pose? I said, no, with Muscle Tech, they didn't want me to pose because then when I do pose, it'll look really different. So I'm thinking I'm just sending them to Dave to look at. And next thing I go online and then I'm thinking, fuck, let me see if I can contact Dave to remove it. But by then, I've seen 4 other pages have shared the photos. And I'm like, oh.
YouTubers out there are going to do crazy videos on YouTube criticizing you and critiquing you.
Well, let's see if anyone. Well, look at that. Well, Ty, look at that one I put up where the guy did the 20-year difference between 202 and now.
We did that, yeah. We put that up. Yeah.
Well,
that's fun.
It's like, I think, yeah, like I said, the injuries and shit and not being on gear for a long time. And I said, it's probably not too bad compared to some bodybuilders that, have stopped or still do a little bit. Look at that. There we go. Oh, incredible. Wow.
All right. I have a treat for you guys. Jimmy was supposed to be joining us today, but he didn't, so he's going to miss it. He'll have to watch it on rebroadcast. Jimmy was down here, as you know, last week, and Tyler filmed a Fiberlize commercial with him. They spent hours together. I don't even know what they were doing. And Tyler has the commercial edited, so Jimmy's going to miss the debut of it, but I'm going to play it for you guys as the last thing we do because I got to wrap this up. I still have to do Ask Dave with Tyler. So here it is, the Fiberlize commercial with Jimmy the Bull.
World premiere.
World premiere. This is the full
World premiere.
World premiere.
Yeah.
And don't forget to.
Sure you can hang with 300-pound bodybuilder? I eat 300-pound bodybuilders for breakfast.
It's so terrible.
My old methods just ain't working anymore. Can somebody cut me a break? I just want to take a shit. Fiberlize? Wow, what is this, mango? Now, how long is this supposed to take? Here it comes! Wow! It's still coming!
I love the boots.
Man, wow! There's nothing there!
Oh, what a great commercial.
Oh my God.
That's Tyler's best work.
It looked like a cross between Archie Bunker and Olivia Newton-John from Xanadu with the boots on, sitting on the toilet.
The boots are a great addition.
Yeah. He's like, you see what I do for you? I'm naked on camera.
He was actually naked.
Yeah.
That's going to go viral.
It has to, right? It has to.
It's hysterical.
But the bit about the toilet paper is true. You don't need much toilet paper anymore. I can attest to that.
Nope.
Anyway, all right, guys, I got to wrap this up. Thanks for joining us, John, today for those and sharing those funny stories with us. Lee, get on that transformation. I want to see pictures next week when you start. We got to do some more start pictures for next week. If you're going to eat all weekend, I want to see new start.
Yeah, because my diet. I got to get Chris to send me my eating plan for Monday now. So between now and Monday, I'm eating shit.
Right. Enjoy your shit. I'm Dave Palumbo.
It's Jimmy.
Oh,
Jimmy,
you missed
it.
Missed it.
I got to play it again. All right, I got to play
it again.
You ready, Jimmy?
Jimmy.
Hold on. First of all, are you alive? Are you okay? You gonna live?
I have to go back tomorrow.
What are they doing for you tomorrow? They gonna biopsy you again?
I think they're gonna go in there. They're gonna try to cut it.
What does it look like? Is there anything on the? Can you see anything, or does it look normal?
I gotta go to my brother's tonight. I'm gonna let him take the picture and I'll send it to you.
Okay. Have you looked in the mirror at it? Does it look anything? Does it look different?
I have to use 2 mirrors. You know, I can't really. You know what I mean? You know.
You can't get the phone up to his ear. How is he going to look behind?
That's true.
I sat there with Jimmy yesterday for 2 hours talking to him. We're talking about life, having a laugh, because here Jimmy was telling you two he's dying on after hours, and all he did was laugh at him, say it was great. He'd come down to see me before he dies. And
Right.
shit. Dave talks about his throat cancer, and everyone gets upset. Jimmy says he's dying, and everyone has a fucking laugh. It's okay, Jimmy. I'm there for you.
All right,
Thank
Jimmy.
you, Lee.
welcome,
I'm going to
Jimmy.
play your Fiberlize commercial again, and that's going to take us out for today. And then we're going to end the show. So here we go. Tyler, play it one more time for Jimmy the Bull.
With pleasure.
Damn sure you can hang with a 300-pound bodybuilder? I eat 300-pound bodybuilders for breakfast!
My old methods just ain't working anymore! Could somebody cut me a break? I just want to take a Fiberlize? Wow, what is this, mango? Now, how long is this supposed to take? Here it comes! Wow! It's still coming!
Oh my God.
Jimmy, them boots, Jimmy.
There's nothing there!
Oh my God.
That's commercial of the year. Look at that one.
That might win an award. We should submit that to Cannes Film Festival or something like that.
I'm telling you. You remember that scene from Dumb and Dumber when
Yeah.
he's taking his shit downstairs? Like he had to get the laxative, and he was on the can, and he's like going and he's kicking his legs out in front of him and everything.
Yeah, that's what it
That's what I
reminded me.
thought Jimmy was gonna do.
You know, Dave, I was going to suggest at the end put the little blooper in there when I broke your sink.
Oh, it is in there?
Yeah, you can look closely. You'll see it break.
Oh. We're going to do a blooper reel after that. Tyler has all the blooper clips. So that'll be a separate video.
Where Jimmy stands up and his dilly whack is wagging like this. Jimmy, sit down.
That's the greatest acting job I've ever seen you do.
That was
Phenomenal.
very good, Jimmy.
Very, very funny.
Very
That's going to go viral, that video.
Very Archie Bunker.
Very Archie Bunker, yeah.
Yeah, very Archie Bunker. Yeah.
All right, Jimmy, you got to keep us updated on what's going on tomorrow, all right?
Yeah.
I will. I'll
It's okay, Jimmy. I'll call you, Jimmy. I'll take care of you, mate. Don't worry about these people that are laughing at you.
He probably
I'll
will
Jimmy
call
and
you
let
before
you know.
we do, yeah. He probably will. He's much more thoughtful than
All
me.
right.
Yeah, we still have to talk about Jimmy not coming to my house on the
Yeah,
way home.
let's let him off the hook till tomorrow until he finds
Yeah,
out what's
till
going
tomorrow.
on.
All right.
He's got a fatal disease, John. He had to get home to the hospital. He had to get.
If he's gonna die anywhere north of Florida, he should die here.
That's right.
That's right. Not in fucking New York.
Now they're picking your spot. Now they're
He's not
picking your
dying,
spot to
all right?
die,
Just
Jimmy.
calm down with everyone, all right?
Now they're picking. He's going to die in Australia. He's going to come where he's wanted and appreciated, and he can see the kangaroos.
And
then
he can train with you at least and push you through your workouts.
You can
Oh, yeah,
take me
Jimmy,
out to
by the way.
You can take me to the Outback, Lee. Drop me over
Yeah,
to the
well,
Outback.
I'll take you
Well, by the
down.
way,
I'll buy
Jimmy-
you a steak up the
Jimmy-
block. Come on.
Since Dave posted my pictures, Jimmy, we've decided for 12 weeks you got to come down here and train with me to get me in shape.
There you go.
I'm gonna go to California with you in May.
All right.
Yeah.
That's
Too late.
All right, I got to wrap
you
this
can't
up,
die-
guys. I
you
got
can't
other
die
stuff
till
to do. You guys can
All right,
continue
if I
talking.
live, if I live.
Jimmy, I love the commercial. Thank you so much. I cannot. That it's epic. I'm telling you, it's going to go viral. That'll get 1 million hits if we put it up on YouTube by itself. For now, we're out of time. I'm Dave Palumbo with the entire Iron Rage crew. We'll see you next week.
See you guys later. Love you.
Thanks. Love you, man.
Bye, guys.
Talk to you soon.